TH, baby. Yo, puffin' on the greenery. Yo, that's hustling. Check me out when I rock shows. Catch me drinking like Mantua. Counting mad cream from my boss like Shabir, smoking ganja. Stealing from my people like a hunter. It's the politician lifestyle. You get
on Massive Metro indeed. It's just gone 10 minutes after 6 o'clock. If you just plugged in, this is the Element, and it's all for the love of hip hop. We're going all the way until we hit 8 o'clock. Now, Wednesdays normally are strictly for the producer's spotlight with Mr. Instore, but that's coming up at 7 o'clock because I made way tonight. Tonight, I made way to hang out with someone that I've been watching from afar and decided to bring a little bit closer in. What's up, Illyamin?
Yo. Thank you for having me.
How
Illy Amin
are
is
you?
in the building. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We were just talking a little bit off air about how your day has been. Tell me about your day.
It was a nice day, man. It was a nice day. I came in here complaining, and then you made me contemplate. Then think of the elements. So and my day's actually been cool, man. Got to build with the seed. Yo, shout out to my boy Wandy. Yeah. I'm here with my homie Tony Dangler. Whenever he decides to pop in, he's here.
Yeah.
My day's been good. It's long, man. You know how it is. Let's actually not front. You know how it is.
When you sat down, you went, and I was like, damn, what is that about? So what was your element of your day that has made it exceptionally long?
Maybe let me say it like this. It's, you need to take a breath sometimes.
Yeah.
Came in here with the whirlwind. And I won't front hearing my jams, just mellowing out in the background, made me like, okay, cool, actually. Let me take a breath.
You can take a breather.
Yeah, I am, man. Ilyamin in his full essence, actually. You brought it out of me.
I do that sometimes. It's kind of like my thing. So to get you a little bit more settled in, what are you grateful for today? Because I think in the times that we're in, it's very easy to, like you say, complain, to get caught up in the whirlwind, to get caught up in some of the things that knock us off our feet a little bit. But if you look a little bit closely, you can find something to be grateful for. So what are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for me, man. Grateful for myself, and not even in like a philoid type way. Just like, yo, man, shout out to me.
Yeah.
Pat myself on the back, it's the kid. I'm still here, still beautiful, unproblematic, drinking my water. So shout out to me, man. Shout out to me.
So let's talk about the last year, and actually let's talk about the last 2 years. It feels like it's 1 year that just doesn't want to go away. There's been a lot of challenges. There's been a lot of change as well. But what has 2020, 2021 been like for Ilyamin?
It's been good. And on the real sense.
Really?
Yes.
Yo!
I'm not saying it to front, and it's also not to take away from.
No,
hold up.
I want to go there.
Hold up. It's also mad luck, man, and grace, actually, keeping it real, It's not to take away from anybody else's experience. Obviously, dog, it's critical out here.
Bruh.
But yeah, man, I've been extremely lucky, dog. Like every day I look up to the stars and I'm like, yo, man, thank you, man. Thank you. So you hit me. But it has been good, to keep it real, man. Actually, that also goes with being thankful, yo. I'm happy.
Yeah. Okay. Describe 2020 in one word for me.
Growth.
What was happening that inspired growth for you?
Things changing, Growth also doesn't mean going up, Sometimes it's going sideways. Sometimes you might, go 360. You might, there's a lot of things that you might do, but as long as you're learning, in a constructive way, not to bash yourself or not to tear yourself down or anyone else down, but just to, analyze the situation, see what you can do better. If there's nothing that you can do better, then you have to eat that also and think that maybe that's just how it is, and, live with the hope that things will change. But, yeah, man, just try and grow, be better. God's working on all of us to...
Yo, but I feel like God, hey? Like it's I feel like, you know, there's work that is like beautiful and like an artist, you know, what an artist is molding clay and it looks like it's so therapeutic and beautiful and you're just like wind is blowing through your hair. And then there's that other work where the tools go in there and it sounds painful, it looks painful, it feels strenuous, and I feel like that's the kind of work that God has been doing on a lot of us. That's why I'm so surprised when you're like, yeah, it's been so good.
Hey man, what can I do? We're living in Babylon times, if we're keeping it real, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah man, everybody's day is coming, but yo, I'm thankful I'm under the sun. Breathing. Yeah. I'm good.
All right, so it's just gone 15 minutes after 6 o'clock, and we just spoke about 2020, and one of the things that we got from 2020 was this right here.
Yo, Illy Amin, last king of Scotland, revolution be the click, Gram Town keep me dip, and the rest can eat a big fat diddy. It's 6 million ways to fly. I'm looking like I caught a check from Bosasa. Roll a J, something you can't get from Mikasa. Big doink, stronger than the arms on Mufasa. Flowers in my mouth like I'm trying to learn the cha-cha. I hit shelf life and kick game. Safa, they sleeping on the kid, but I've grown to a goat. My flow slicker even when the blogs ain't trying to promote. I'm never mad, I kick a rap if they ain't saying it's dope. It's tender rap, it takes 30 days to settle these quotes. I'm Ilyamin, I roll with the grittiest team. These niggas thought it's Tupac, the way I spit on the screen, son. Revival be the click, the rest can guzzle it slow. I'm blackballed from the game for how I fuck up the show. I got that cake boss, keep on stacking the dough with the Walt Disney vision, keep my ducks in a row. Swag, back when Mondays I had us doing the dance. Before the Lord showed me what I had to do to advance. I was all over the streets like a pair of new Vans. I'll show you my stance, your family do a burial dance. Yo, it's the blunt slinger, thump niggas with humdingers. How I rock out with 2 J's, just ginger. I'm far from your regular stoner. My man got the big doink, steady putting people in comas. Shout out to Tone Dangler, never afraid of the Rona. Got the 5G vision, smell the aroma. A direct sales of the contraband. Foreign sands where I dwell, I could never be an honest man. That's why we always in the promised land. That's why we always in the promised land. And I elevate intelligence, extinguishing irrelevance, ending all embellishment with embers that enlighten like the fire element. Embedded in my entity is elegance and evidence that I invigorate with reverence of presidential delegates, eviscerating residents from settlements like storming elephants, evacuating tenements. Clearly evident, my excellent expression edging ever closer to perfection, extending my voice inflection, injecting epic infections in sessions, wrecking enforcements, effortless extortion of economic endorsements, exercise extreme caution, evade elite weaponry which echoes elementary education exceptionally. Essentially, my genetic chemistry will acquire the energy needed to endlessly injure enemies and less stress except death. 3 rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Illy Amin, last king of Scotland. You know what I mean? Number 1 detective at Scotland Yard. Gram Town keep me dip, revolution be the click, and the rest can eat a big fat did it.
So how does it feel listening back to that right now?
That's actually fire. I was actually thinking, yo, they robbed me, bro. Verse of the year 20. Yo, come on. Nah. Yo, actually. But yo, man. Yo. That's me.
Talk to me about the Freestyle Friday movement and why it was also so important for you to be a part of it. It's just gone 20 past 6. If you just plugged in, we were just taking a young trip, not too far back though. 2020, the Freestyle Friday by Ilyamin, his contribution, and now we're gonna chop it up a little bit more about that before we get into this new work that he gave me.
Word. Where do I start? It was important to me because rap is important to me, and cause it's rap, man. I'm first off, I'm super nice. No fronting, I'm super nice. But like just the art of rap, you know, like it's there's something about it, the way that you can play with words and sentences and stuff, and it doesn't always have to be the most complex thing, you know. Somebody can say something so fish, which is my favorite dish. That's like plain as you can think, and it's a classic line. It's been said from Rakim to Bow Wow to whoever, you know. So there's something about that. There's something about that has appealed to me and that I've worked at and that I've become like really good at. So yeah, man, I really care. So it wasn't really even about Freestyle Friday. Niggas said, yo, we want people that can rap, and I can rap. And it was just about showing that, and I definitely did.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah.
At the time when Freestyle Friday really kicked off, though, there wasn't, or rather, there was a very dark cloud that was hanging over entertainment in general. And I think hip hop took a very, very big knock as well. And at that point in time, everybody was kind of just like chilling at home, very anxious about what happens now. What do we do next? When are things going to open up a little bit more? When are things going to change? And then it kicked off. And for me, it kind of felt like it was something that people could hold onto as a little bit of hope, as a little bit of a beacon at that point in time, because I think that people were very, very scared at that point in time about themselves, about what happens next, what happens with their craft. How do you feel about that particular time, and do you think that the timing was right for that kind of movement?
First off, yes, to answer your question plainly, yes, it was that time, you know, but back then, and still to the same extent, maybe even greater today, but like that air of uncertainty, right? So back then, I guess when it started or whatever happened, it was okay, it's just now and we'll get back to it. You know, nobody thought that it would be this long, you know?
Bruh.
How many times has COVID ended in our lifetime?
Doc, let's just start with the fact that at first it was 21 days.
Chief.
Let's just start there.
Chief.
3 weeks is what it was supposed to be.
So imagine that. That time, everybody and their mother was sharing recipes on how to make ginger ale.
Banana bread.
Bruh, I was even inside of that. I wasn't making no banana bread.
What
though. I was making
were you
some
cooking?
apple tartlet, what, you know, but I was in the kitchen whipping the pies.
Okay, hold on. Are you nice in the kitchen though? Let's talk about it.
I'm not gonna toot my own home. I'm decent. I can bake like a mop.
You're right.
Yeah. Like cooking, like I'm good. I'm like, you know.
Don't tell me about mac and mince.
No. Just yesterday, I marinated some chicken in some, you know, Greek yogurt with peppers and the what. Not to front, you know. I'm not tooting my own horn.
Where's
I'm
my
decent
plate?
and stuff.
Nah. Where's my plate?
Whoa. You know, I like the taste of food, man. So it behooves me to be able to cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I like, you know, we Pucka Tucker and all that stuff. Jamie Oliver, we watched that SABC3 with the olive oil.
So we back to 2020. So anyway. You were in there with the mini apple tartlets.
No. But you know, experiment, exactly, just playing around. If they come out swag, then you know, improve it next time. So you see, that's me putting all the cards on the table. Right. I don't want people hitting me up thinking I'm a chef. So yeah, man, it was uncertain, but at the same time, they said, nah, it's gonna end just now. 21 days, then 21 days turned to 50, whatever. That turned to 100. That turned into where we are now.
Right.
So anyway, in terms of music and stuff, yeah, obviously everything had to shut down, and then people still need to be entertained. Mm-hmm. You know, how many Zoom calls, how many WhatsApp video calls did you make during that time?
I don't want to talk about it.
Chief.
I want to talk about it.
Whole gang was on WhatsApp there in different locations. What we were WhatsApping Beefy in China. You know what I'm saying? So that was a different time, huh? People working from home, people getting laid off, you know, new things opening up. You can't find these things. People are panic buying. So it was crazy, and it's Babylon, like I said. So. Yo, man, we've been talking so nicely. What was actually your question?
You actually answered it in so many different ways. But
that's crazy.
Where we segue to now is what was happening to your creativity and your creative mind at that point in time.
Oh, okay, cool. That was an interesting time for me because I'd been, you know, in the lab cooking. I can not drop music, but it doesn't mean that I'm not recording or, you know, like writing some raps or like, you know, they're just doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? So even if you check, you know, I've been dropping stuff. Man, I did a beat tape and did like, you know, little videos over it, just, you know, just to fill up that time and fill up that uncertainty. So like a lot of things were firing at the time. So when Stoke got, made the call, it was it was easy for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even thinking about what you were saying about, like, entertainment industry and all these things. Like, I was just like, these things are here. The timing is kind of perfect. So let me just fire this up. And then they cheated me out of my verse of the year.
Yo, this thing has your chest so tight, bruh. do you want to just give a young monologue about it so
no,
we can move on?
That was the last
because
one. I was being cheeky. I
know, but right now I'm giving you your full opportunity so that you don't have to sneak it in.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Do the right thing, dog.
Is that it?
Do the right thing.
Is that all you
I'll
got?
send you the mailing address. You can mail me the prize or whatever it is, and then we can move on with our lives. I'm not going to be whole until you guys can see.
Yo, it's just gone 26 minutes after 6 o'clock. I'm actually already so sick of Illyamin.
What do you mean?
I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you.
Come on, man.
We still got
I'm such a lovable character.
Are you? Really? We'll see. We've got about 33 minutes to go. We'll see how I feel about you at the end of those 33 minutes. When you walked in, we were playing Ethioopian Cross. I'm going to bring it back one more time because after that, I want to unpack it. So I want you to hear it properly. 27 minutes after 6 o'clock, right here on The Element on Massive Metro. Here's Illyamin with Ethioopian Cross. It's just gone exactly 6:30 right here on The Element, and it's all for the love of hip-hop. I just played you Illyamin Ethioopian Cross for the second time because, well, Gogwamla, and I can pretty much do what I want.
Come on.
But also, I wanted you to hear it again so that we can talk about it again. So, straight off the bat, tell me about Ethioopian Cross before I ask you my questions about it.
It's right there. Ethiopia, wearing the Ethiopian cross, creeping in the house, thinking about trying to get the same couch they had in People of the South, man.
Right.
So it's people are trying to rap these days, man. That's the PR campaign.
Yo.
No, man, not like that. Ish. Yeah, So it's about rapping, but there's multiple types of rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not only just about how many double entendres you can do, or how many patterns you can do, or whatever your thing is, right? Sometimes you gotta say some stuff, and that was it for me, man. It's almost like a retelling of, if you're asking me like how 2020 is, 2021 is, that that's literally what it is, bro. Just trying to navigate as a young black man, who is, trying to elevate the mind state. Shout out to Snaz D, shout out to my Conga, my G. I'm wearing your jacket right now. Don't worry, you'll see the pics, my G.
Shameless plug.
Come on, Gramtown be the click, you know what I mean? So it's just me, dropping my testament, man, in a really fresh way, giving you some jewels along the way. It really is about that, I think.
Speak to me about its symbolism, though, because the Ethiopian cross is very, very specific. It's not just any kind of cross, right? And even when you look it up, so I'm going to give you the textbook definition of a simple explanation of what the Ethiopian cross is about, right? So it's described as one of the most detailed of all crosses, with its intricate lattice work representing eternal life, right? So there's one part. Another part is the three parts that terminate its points represent the Holy Trinity, a common element Coptic style in the Coptic style crosses, right? And then another thing which I thought was super, super interesting is how it references its symbolism as universally being a symbol of the crossroads, intersecting consciousness and dimensions and the choices that we make in life.
Yo, there it is.
Right.
Now there's so much inside of all of that. There's imagine this, I'm gonna dumb it down even. There's a dude walking around his crib, thankful for everything, wearing a gold chain just to feel nice, you know what I'm saying? And then it's also about, what does that represent? You know what I mean? Even my specific one, there's a gem in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What does that represent? What it's all in the quest of finding yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So once you start with that textbook definition, right, and then you start going back, you can even do it through YouTube. I encourage everybody to do this. It really is great. And then you see if we're gonna take it there, how everything is black. You know what I'm saying? So within that, it's about finding yourself, finding who you are, finding your people, and most importantly, finding your truth. You know, those are sort of things that are touched on in the song as well, amongst other things. You know, and it's just like it's nothing too hectic, actually. You know what I mean? Because you can vibe out to this and chill, and
beautiful.
you don't have to listen to anything, and you can just vibe out. But you will still kind of be put in that stage, you know. But yeah, if you want to go deeper and you start googling and things, then you open yourself up to more things, you know what I'm saying. From that, you know, from the Bakongo, from everyone, you know, from the Botswana, what else have I been reading about, you know, the Xhosa, how we're all Bantu people, how the migration even works, even to find citations. Now we're going hard, niggas are going to start switching off now, finding citations and stuff, you know, reading books, finding out that they were written by German dudes,
right? And
then you want to find like, yo, where's the black history of this? Yes. Relying on YouTube, relying on, and just delving into that, and then still living in today's life. Yes. Where we Babylon, as I said, you know, but still trying to navigate, you know, go against the system while still being in the system, while getting paid, while trying to do your own thing, while trying to be and exist in everything that is now, man. It'll twist you and it'll turn you and it'll rip you inside out. But the great thing about that is that you're gonna, you know, pull yourself back together every time. And if you can use that to get to the next step, man, you know, get to the Ethiopian. You see, even with the Ethiopian Cross, as much as I'm happy, I'm still thinking about, yo, I need that couch, I need that what, and it's not even what the couch, it's like what it represents, you know. Yeah, you know, Tambo's kid chilling on TV, what, you know, you know, come on, man, yo, we're gonna mind blast the people, man. You know.
We're not trying to mind blast the people. We're trying to make them understand you a little bit better. Because I think that people listen to music sometimes and it's just like, oh, it feels good. Oh, he's got some skill. But I think it's important to really try and understand what someone is actually really saying to you and what you can take from it. Just now you spoke about, you know, really knowing and finding yourself. And even when you look at this textbook definition, it speaks about things like crossroads. It speaks about things like consciousness. And you just touched on it briefly, but how do you find a point of making differing things, like, you know, practical things like, I need this couch, I'm a part of this system, I might not necessarily like it, but I need to survive in it, and to survive in it I need to do certain practical things. How do you align that versus this is what I actually believe in, these are my values, this is who I am? How do those two things come together?
Thankful for me, my life has been one that most of my principles, because we can never be 100%, let's keep it real,
keep it a buck,
but you know, I'm aligned, bro. I'm aligned. People in my life, thankfully, because yo, props to myself again. It's been out of, you say I'm trying to hold the ego back,
sorry,
but let me give it
be
in.
You.
Yeah. Now I'm saying props to me. Now I'm saying I designed it like this, you know. I brought it upon myself. Read The Secret or don't read The Secret, or don't, you know,
watch the movie if you can't read it, but definitely engage in that content.
Yeah,
about it.
But even beyond that, it's just like, you know, sometimes, you know, it's good to shut off. It's good to shut off. It's good to not to purge yourself sometimes of these things, you know. You'll come back to them. Obviously, you know, we're on Twitter, we laugh at the most ignorant of things, but
that's true.
but at the same time, you know, and it's not about being woke, it's about being more you, being the best authentic version that you can be, the Ubermensch, you know what I mean? All of that.
So for somebody who is struggling right now with who they are in this world, in this current world as it is, a world where there's so much uncertainty, there's so much really ignorant content that you just make mention of now, and it's coming at you in droves all the time, and I find that sometimes it's difficult to have a spirit of discernment in this current world. What do you say to that kind of person?
It's peak, boy, you on your own. No.
Yo.
I'm joking. But it is peak. Yeah, let's keep it real. It's peak, boy. It's peak. But also, we also don't have to, take ourselves so seriously. We are here for a very short time in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, we don't have to be like super, super serious. But just, just do your research, fam. Just Google some things and read just a little bit more. Then you can come to your own assumptions. And then conversely, if you don't want to do that, then don't, bro.
Yeah. All right, so it's just gone at 20-7. I'm going to play Spoko, and then we're going to unpack that a little bit more. Hashtag the element at the element SA at Illyamin _SA. We're back in at 18 minutes to go before we hit 7 o'clock. 18 minutes before we get into the producer spotlight with Mr. Insta. Until then, I'm hanging out with Illyamin. We took such a sharp left off ramp from what we were talking about before, having played you Spoko. So yeah, very, very different from Ethioopian Cross, totally different side. Talk to me about that.
Yo, shout out to Cam de la Creme. That's an ode to the I don't even want to call it that, but it's fine. Just for the for the category's sake, we'll say that's an ode to Skanda. Yeah. That's hence I say, yo, produced by Cam de la Creme, real G. Yeah, real. The producer homies, they know, they should know. Cam de la Creme. Produced for man, I don't want to do this. But yeah, produced for KO amongst other people. All the MTs, the big, when Skanda was the movement. Cam's that dude and still is that dude. So yeah, man, he blessed me with that one. And
why did you wanna write that ode? Because you said it's an ode to Skanda. Why was that the case?
It wasn't. Yeah, you see, I was saying that for categories. It wasn't. That was me just. It's writing raps, man. It's another side, I wanted to touch on this. Remember when I said that there's a PR campaign for rap,
Yes.
So now. There's multiple ways of being nice on the mic.
Agreed.
It's, so we don't have to. Let me speak for myself. I like to be nice at everything, and I am nice at everything. So it really is about that. So if today I want to do this, then it means I'm going to do this. If tomorrow I want to rap about the stars and the space and the moon, I'll do that. If then the next day we're going to do Flusham and this, we're going to do that. Next day it's Fly Boys. You might catch, we were singing the other, there's a lot of stuff. Go back in the catalogs and you'll see that it's a whole array. It's not just one style, man. So then, yeah, and it's equally nice. As much as you can bump that, you can bump Spoke and yo, man, it's rock. Yeah. So there's I'm multifaceted. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
And I'm nice, man. I've been nice.
What do you say to people who have this idea that if you dabble with too many sounds, too many different things, that you're diluting your core?
I get you now, but then to counter that point, I will say that if it's pure, right? It's not like, even if you are chasing, but it's not. It's from a creative standpoint. Then your core will always be there. And when I say the core in this sense, I mean like you, the essence of you will be in that, right? So. You can listen to both songs and you can say this is the same person, maybe from another perspective, maybe from an even different stage in development or whatever you want to call it, but it's the same person. So, and also we don't have to like everything. Okay, that's what I feel. I'm not the SA hip hop marketing genius. The other guys the niggas with the algorithms can tell you, but for me, who's about the craft of this thing, because that's what I like. It's man, I can do whatever I want to as long as I'm doing it, for the enjoyment. It'll come through that essence of, okay, this guy enjoyed this thing,
right?
And he was doing it like the fullest, bro.
Right.
The fullest.
So at this stage, it's August 2021. How would you, or what 5 words would you use to describe Illyamin right now?
The last king of Scotland.
No, man. He was wondering why I said I hate him earlier on.
Aye, man.
And then he comes through with things like this.
You asked for 5 words, I gave them to you.
You did. But that's not a 2021 thing. You didn't just wake up today and go, yeah.
Because it's me.
Right.
It's me. It permeates, you know, regardless of time, space, or matter. It permeates through me. And okay, let's be serious.
And the reason I say it like that is because just now you spoke about how not too long ago there was a growth period, right? So there will always be something that is constant about you. That I can give you 100%. But you just spoke about growth.
You see when you listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what I do for a living.
Talk. Okay. Yo, there's like so much. It's in constant flux. One thing about me is that you even heard when we started nerding out a little bit there. It was like I like to do my research. I like to know, you know. I'm okay with not knowing things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which means that I'm also okay to my opinions changing.
Yes.
With the right information.
Yes.
And with the, you know, yeah. So keeping that, drinking your water.
Yes.
Minding your business will help you, bro. It will help you. But yeah. Just I wish more of us were like that, willing to learn. Lynn and I have a lot to unpack in that. I can always be better. But you know, just trying to do better, trying to learn as much as you can. The information is all there. It's all there. And I think also conversely, that's what makes it hard to actually start somewhere, because where are you gonna start? There's so much, it's infinite. But you know, just take some bites here, you know, and then train that muscle within you. You'll see, Chief, you'll be doing backflips. You'll be doing backflips.
So right now, as far as your craft is concerned, right? Because you just spoke about, you know, being very open to being teachable, looking for information, and also when you get new information, being amenable to your mind changing or your opinion changing about certain things, right? So as far as you are concerned, and your craft, where do you think your personal biggest growth points in your craft is?
This one. Let's see. Number one, I can always do more. It's not enough. It's
more.
like it's more. Also just that connect. Yo, man. A lot of people mess with me, you know, and sometimes I lose sight of that in the selfish element of that. That is a big flaw of mine, you know. But if we're talking like technically, musically, yo, I can always learn better with sound. Yo, I wish, bro.
Really?
Yeah, please, guys. Yo, if anybody wants to, like, you know, pull me to the side and be like, yo, fam, this is how you do. Then let's politic. I'm always that for one. And then the raps, I don't know, man. It's as long as it's somebody who's gonna be who is. As long as it's somebody who's as nice as me, I must always be sharp with it. So in terms of that, that's cool. Yeah, but because I care about rap, hip hop, music, making words rhyme to a beat, you know, that sort of stuff. The other stuff is for the birds, man. I'm just trying to be me.
All right, you just said something that makes me want to ask you a question, but we're going to take a money break, and then we're going to play Tapelo ya Manyora, and then I'm going to ask you this question. And you've been saying it over and over and over and over, and you're like, I care about rap, rap, right? And then you said, you know, I care about making words rhyme on a beat. Doesn't matter what kind of beat it is. Don't chuckle.
Why are you putting it like that? It always does. It always does. But it does. Always. However, you know, there's songs that you have on your playlist that don't maybe have the greatest beat, but because yo, man, this is my you know.
Yeah.
There's something sometimes you might like the wackest or whatever you want. There's something that you don't like, but there's something about it that's charming, you know, that might get you. So to answer your question, yes, it matters, but sometimes it doesn't matter. There are no rules.
All right. So then my question becomes this. What makes a hip hop song for you? Is it the beat, or is it what is happening on the beat? Is it the lyrical content? Is it the delivery of the lyrical content? What makes a hip hop song for you a hip hop song?
I think the intention, you know. So you can make nowadays they're making diss tracks where they sing the whole way. So but it's still rap. It's fly rap. It's dope. I'm just saying, it's dope. But that's still hip hop,
right?
You know. Yeah, it's the intention. And then there must be some flavor. You know, there's a hip hop flavor. That's when the one then they dilute it and make it the you know, the palatable stuff. So there must be a flavor. There must be an essence of hip hop. If it was a Zimba chips on the counter, there would be that flavor. That's unmistakably. So then it goes into murky waters, because then there's that Kwaito argument. Is Zola a hip hop artist, or is he, you know? Then we're gonna do that Kabelo with the Biggie bars, you know. So was that hip hop? I don't know. It was intended to be Kwaito. We accept it as Kwaito. So, you know, an argument can be made either way, but I think the intention is the most important, I guess. Yeah.
All right, so I mentioned Tapela ya Manyora just now, and I said that we're going to come back to it. So there's something that you say on there, and you say, I F the game up with a pen, now we're friends again. Why weren't you friends? If you say we're friends again, there was a point in time where there was some kind of separation, and it was just like, yeah, man, I'm already messing with you right now.
Yo, I've come a long way with this, man. From those Scrambles days, you know, Scrambles for Money was the SA Premier Battle League. If you can, there's the bootlegs are flying around somewhere.
We do not condone bootlegging.
My chief, in this instance, I won't even front. Yo, Dave, I love you, bro, but nah, bootleg that thing. Anybody who has those things, please put them up on the internet. All of them, bro. All of them. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Dave, much respect, bro, but I bootleg that thing. In any other case, maybe not. Let's not do that, guys.
The views of Ilyamin are not the views of
this is me,
the
for real.
Element and Massive Metro.
This is me, for real, but bootleg that thing, upload those things. So from that, I think, and also this is my personal view, I think like a lot of people got the wrong view of us, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe people thought we were like the SA Wu-Tang or whatever, stuff like that, whereas we homies, bro. We're all homies, and really cool, really intelligent peeps, man. I thank G.O.D. every day for my homies. Learned a lot, you know, with the homies. Shout out. So yeah. So it was that, and then it's also just thinking about like, okay, cool, from that Scrambles point of view, where like now it's every month now we scrapping, bro. It's like it was cool. It became a lot, then it became draining, and then it was uncool, and then what, you know. So that for me also like was a lot, and then. But then we friends again. It's like me. I was like, alright, okay, cool, man, whatever. It's whatever.
Wait, we friends again, but are you friends? What kind of friendship is it? Is it just like we're friends again? Hey, stay there. Let's be civil from afar.
Nah.
Or is it hey, come let me give you a hug? Or is it hey, come kick it at my crib? Because once you let people into your space, you have to be in a particular place. So where is this friendship at?
So. Where's the friendship at? Like, yo, I'm cool with everybody. It if you know me, it like there's level. You have to peel the onion away, you know. Much like our conversation now, you know. I came in like, yo, damn it, I'm walking. Oh, also funny stories that we couldn't find the place. The guy told us to go park on the other side and what now. We like, yo, anyway, sharp. So anyway, there's layers to that. There's layers now. So yeah, you know, my homies are my homies. They're in the final layer. But man, I'm a mad approachable guy. I'm nice. I'm not a jackass.
You are.
Yeah, very, very actually. Like very, very. My thing is that Chief, if I don't know you Nkasu Papele, that's literally me, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not me being an ass, it's actually the opposite. It's like you know what, I respect you that much that Chief, maybe when the time is right and the universe allows, then word, yeah. You know, but yeah. Nkasu Papele, like that's not me.
Right.
That's not me. I'm with my peeps. I stick to myself, and we're cool. But like, yeah, man, I'm really cool people, man. I have a very big heart.
All right. So before I let you go, because it's 2 minutes after 7 now, before I let you go, what is on the cards for us and you, Ilyamin?
Cool. For the streets, I'm here to say Woolrich Wisdom, Ilyamin featuring irrelevant Papi. Yo, that's my G. Ilyamin featuring irrelevant Papi featuring Ilyamin, Woolrich Wisdom. If you're a fan of Death in the Afternoon, now you'll dig this one. You know, we're taking it to another stratosphere. You know, winter was cold, you know, that's why you need the Woolrich. Don't worry, we got you. And then Fly Boys, me and my homeboy Tony Dangler, we here. We got a lot of music on the way. I don't know what we even gonna call it, but everything is sitting in the thing. TUG, actually, Time Unveils God, which is Tony and Taki and the band. They just recently dropped their tape. Was it an EP album? When was it? Last week. Yeah, Time Unveils God. Go peep that. Listen to that. That's live music, real music, like nice raps. Yeah, Time Unveils God, you know, Sankla. So there's a lot of creativity in terms of music wise, but immediately, I'm back, baby, with the solo, you know what I mean? Come on. Yeah, Woolrich Wisdom, the Dawn. Yeah, separating the wheat from the chaff, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
All right, now give us these timelines, because you just mentioned a lot of stuff.
No. Everything else doesn't have a timeline, but Woolrich Wisdom, we're hitting you before the end of September. I can't give you a definitive date, but before the end of September. Everything is locked and loaded, you know what I mean? Papi, we waiting for the artwork, G. I'm going to put it on you. But everything is locked and loaded. We're ready for all DSPs, for everything. We there.
All right, everything is locked and loaded. Papi Askis, it's not me. It's not me. Please handle your business with your fans. It's just gone 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. Ilyamin is officially out of the building.
Peace.